All right, shall we get into it? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Pisces Moon Pie. Today we're playing Final Fantasy XIV. We are continuing Dawntrail. I think we're still in level 95 quest. Braced for trouble. Journal, what does it say? Level 95, correct. Okay, good. Oh, what else have I been doing? I've been working on Scholar. So I got Scholar to 60. I feel like I panic far less than when I'm playing Astro. And I know that like shield healing is supposed to be hard, Scholar in particular, but I feel like having tanked for so long, I'm already thinking ahead of the damage. Hi, Zahir, how are you? So I'm really excited. So I made a post kind of joking about everyone in Labyrinth of the Ancients forgetting to hide behind the rocks during Comet or whatever. But that run was way worse. Way far worse. So there was a member, a DPS in the party who was like, hey, I'm joining this other alliance now. So they were on the other side of the arena the entire time, so I couldn't reach them to heal or raise or anything. So I was like, well, you're not my responsibility anymore. You have said I am leaving. You are their problem now. Yeah, Razal hiding somewhere in the labyrinth. When you commented that, I laughed so hard. So, Labyrinth of the Ancients, I abbreviated it as LOA. So, the whole, League of Assassins? Hell yeah. So now my headcanon is that Ra's al Ghul is in the Labyrinth of Ancients somewhere, and that's what we're doing. What else happened? The tank would not go to the safe spot in that last part, you know, when you're supposed to, the last boss, you need to leave the arena because the arena becomes the bad, so you need to go to your spot and then fight Nad. The tank wouldn't. And I forgot where I put my rescue. So somebody with the Endwalker title kept dying to it. That was fun. It was a little, I wasn't stressed out and I wasn't like mad, but I was very much like, oh my God. And I was having to Asuna absolutely everything because the other healer, I don't know what was going on. The healer, I felt like I was the only one healing at all, which made me laugh so much because Relto, you're like, oh, do 24-man content when you're learning a healer job because other people will pick up the slack. I was the one picking up the slack and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. That was fun. Good times. Oh, I don't want to be Scholar though. I need to change back to Warrior. It was great. I didn't panic though. That was the important thing. I wasn't panicking. There was no freaking out to be had. Healer cannon event. You did that on purpose. You tricked me so that way I'd have to learn during the chaos, which is truly the best way to learn when everything is going wrong. Look, I'm ready for Texas. Let's freaking go. Except I want my axe back on. Be menacing. I put all my stuff in the same spot too, but I think the only thing I didn't have in the correct spot was rescue. But I try to put everything like my arms like this here. So like Warrior's my main class. So like if anything, like I always have mitigations here, you know, and I try to kind of keep them to where I know like, okay, that's a party wide type of thing. Or that's my big tank buster button. I'm proud of it. Thank you. But for some reason, I just didn't have rescue where it should be. So I ended up like, I don't know what I did. I cast something that was incorrect. Shit, where's Asuna on my bar? Asuna on mine is always here. And then arm's length's here, but my, what is it? Surecast? Surecast is always there. So I always have my knockback resistance right there. But there's always that one, you're leveling it, right? And you haven't completely optimized everything quite yet. So then there'll be one skill, not where it should be. And then you go to reach for the skill and it's not there. Oh, owie. Okay. You should have joined to cause more chaos. I think it was a spur of the moment thing. What were we doing? Luna was on and I was like, I think I was still level like 57 or 58. So I knew it was going to be a crystal tower something or other. Oh, no. We want to turn the wrong thing. We want to turn the mount music back off. Actually, you know, let's enjoy this. So this is Final Fantasy VII Remake battle music. Which I think they did a pretty good job on. Yeah, Astro, I have my cards up here, and this is always like my gap closer or you know, instant dash type of button. But Astro doesn't have that, and then neither does Scholar, so I don't know what I'm gonna put there. Like, my cards are all here for... I've never missed and clicked the wrong button ever. Me either. I've never done anything like that ever in my life. That has never happened. I have never been holding down the wrong trigger button and been messing in the wrong side of the hotbar. That's never been a thing that's happened to me. If we're to retrieve the bracelet without conflict, it won't be done barging in through the front door. We'll have to lure him out. To do that, we'll avail ourselves of them. See, huh? I'm gonna butcher every one of these names. Dragon-like creatures that live to the south of here. Oh, on stage where Asuna is on White Mage is my bubble. Oh. Hi, Clara, you have a mismatch. Welcome. It's their breeding season, you see, and the males will flock to the scent of a female in heat. Beg pardon? With a few ingredients and a sample of their feces, I can create an attractant that resembles this scent when burned. It's too early in the morning for this. We can lure them into the bandits' hideout, flushing out the vulture and his gang. What noob ever misclicks? Any veteran shouldn't misclick my tank stance instead of my ex not died the other day. Whoopsies. It's always too early to be burning poop. While they contend with our flying friends, we can sneak in and search for the bracelet. I'm afraid I must ask you to collect the excrement. Fuck you, Aaron. Are you for real? I have to... While you see to that, I'll go and procure the remaining ingredients. Before you say anything, I do not ask this because of any aversion to feces. It would simply be easier for me to find the specific species of wild plants we require. Here, take this pouch, see it filled, and I'll handle the rest. I'm questioning my life choices. I don't have an aversion to poop. I'm just making you do it because I need to collect other stuff. Bullshit. I read that as dodo. This seems so cruel. I want to go follow what's-his-face into the Golden City. What's his butt? And here I am collecting freaking poop. What is this game? At least I look hot. You see no signs of dropping. Why would they poop in their bed? Foul smelling nest. I think this is a winner. I'm questioning bringing Aaronville as a friend. You gingerly scoop them into your pouch. Good thing I put gloves on this clam. That's disgusting. When you misclick and it's an amazing play, I did that on purpose. I want to know what that is, Realto. I'm gonna look it up. Is it food? Cause anything that's food, like I am the kind of person, I'm not afraid to try like other cultural foods. Like I know a lot of my fellow unseasoned, my fellow unmelanated folk are very cowardly when it comes to food. And I'm like, I want to try anything. Food's delicious. It's duty support, not duty support. 50 stream streak. Thank you, Clara. Streaking. I'm looking up. Oh, I know what that is. Okay. So like Spam and garlic fried rice and egg. Okay. Ooh. That's breakfast of champions. You add a tomato. You can swap the Spam with any other protein. Oh, and it changes the prefix. Ooh. Ignis, hello. Good evening. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Finished, are we? Here's your poop. Don't ever ask me to collect poop for you again. The answer is no. This will do nicely. All that's left is to... I apologize. I know it's breakfast time for a lot of you, so I'm really deeply sorry. I'm sorry to ruin your breakfast, real time. Oh, I apologize in advance. All that's left is to mix the leavings with tumbleclaw fibers, dried Nopala tender roots, and a generous helping of animal fat. Come, let's get back to Tanatanawi. I hate this quest. This is evil. This is worse than when I had to help with the stupid trolley in Shadowbringers. I'm having to go around and collect poop. Fetch quest my ass. Welcome to Fantasy Texas. This is evil. The vibes are kind of nice here. Besides the poop. Are we for real? Oh. You're a bad friend. Everything is ready. Time to set our plan into motion. Ooh, creamy hot chocolate. Or money. I have no use for food. A fair number appear to be gathered inside. Now's our chance. I'll keep watch from there. The attractant I leave to you. Toss it into a bonfire near the middle of town. Oh, they'll come soon after. Okay. First, I had to collect poop. And now I have to throw the stinky stuff into the fire to cause a mating frenzy. Like, I hate him. Remember when I said he was cool? Nah, and yeah, I know he's using his like skill, but this is evil. This is just not right. That's what I said. It looks like Arizona. Run away. What's that smell? I like that the North America zone is the Wild West. It's very on brand for how Japan views the States. I like how they have like kind of generic American accents. So they sound more Californian, but the area makes them look like they should have Southern accents. Hilarious to me. Ugh, that reeks. Yeehaw. What did you put in the fire? It wasn't me, I swear. Did something die? Like that one guy? The one guy who sounded like he was from an Elder Scrolls game. Like he had that level of bad acting. He sounded like an Elder Scrolls NPC. Someone want to explain that ungodly stench to me? The bracelet. It's in his pocket. So we gotta knock him out and rob him. Yeah, break his kneecaps. Boss? Over there. Huh? What in the world? I know, right, Seer? Run for your lives! Okay, I gotta hand it to Aaronville. This is a great plan. So the smoke switch room here, I swear when I find out who did this. Queenie B, hi, welcome! Thank you for the raid. How y'all doing? We're not allowed to kill that guy, but the birds are? What a ripoff. So you came at a great time. I just collected a bunch of poop to throw in the fire. Welcome, welcome. If I can type. Thank you so much for the raid. You were what were you doing? 9/14. Raiden? Having fun? Mukultoming? That is so cute. Also, welcome. I'm Pisces Moon Pie. I play Final Fantasy XIV. I'm in my first playthrough, so you know, we're doing Dawntrail MSQ. I'm catching up slowly. You do Sprout support streams on Wednesdays? Oh, that's cute. That's so sweet. I love that so much. Oh, I love that. I'd say your friends have stirred up enough trouble. Time to retrieve the bracelet. Hey, what's going on out there? I'm still in here in case you've forgotten. Sit tight, we'll be back for you. Also, Queenie, if you need to raid and run so you can self-care and do all that, I totally understand. Totally fine. What? You gotta get me out of here now. They're gonna kill me. I'm begging you, please. Shh, they'll hear you. It was him. It was all him. Shit, who was that? Aw. Hey, are you gonna help me or what? Ugh, the bracelet must wait. Let's break him out and withdraw for now. This song reminds me of the Timber Owls theme from 8. Same vibe. Yeah, Thank you. Thank you. I had to look the part. I felt like I wasn't dressed appropriately for this zone. Yeah, and Aaronville, as long as he's not having me pick up poop, I thought he was cool, but that was pretty low. That was a low moment for me. All that effort and not to show for it. We rescued someone, doofus. Sorry about that, but damn, I didn't think anyone would have the balls to take on the vulture. No need to apologize. We were planning to save you, eventually. Really? I don't even know who you are. You secret admirers of mine or something? Hell no. I'm just having fun with you, but I do appreciate the help. This man they call the Vulture. I've seen his face before. Oh, wait. Let me make sure it's on the correct. I forgot to reset it. Don't hit the counter yet. Did we do it? Okay, now it's reset. So if you would like to do the machinations counter, you may. Was he not the officer you confronted in town? The one and the same. When he's not masquerading as a gang leader, he serves as deputy chief of the Dust Watch. It's in job quests a lot. This is purely MSQ. That would explain why the bandits are so confident they can avoid capture. You're trying to get back something the Vulture stole, right? Let me help. It's the least I can do after you bailed me out back there. I have an idea where he's hid his cash. Reckon he's headed there now, too. We can go together. I've got a score to settle with him myself. We should buy it for the house. Evil. I like it. I don't doubt that you do, but we need to know what it is first. Will you tell us? Look at the way Aaronville's hair blows in the wind. Right, so those bandits at Tonyawi, they were called the Daybreakers, and it was me and my friends that founded the group. But it wasn't a gang cutthroats, not back then. We just wanted to protect people who can protect themselves. Kids being harassed by bullies, workers being exploited by the mining concerns, folks who needed help to even the odds. Aw, they're like baby scions. Aw. That was 3 years ago, and whenever we found someone scheming in the shadows, we settled matters the best way we knew how, with a duel. I see. By the old laws, anyone who loses in a duel must be held to account for their crimes, even those in positions of authority. Pew pew. We made damn sure they did every time. Before we knew it, our small band of friends commanded a force to be reckoned with. This area seems like it would have been best played as machinist. Then, about a year ago, the Vulture and his thugs showed up. They got the better of us and took over the Daybreakers. Everyone was afraid of him, so they did his bidding without question. But when he showed them how they could make a fortune easily, that was when he really won them over. You were at home here. Machinist mains were like, hell yes. Now the Daybreakers is nothing but a bunch of bandits and cutthroats who prey on the people it was created to protect. Redneck machinist reporting for duty. Duty. I talked it over with my friends, Kikana and Luine, and we all agreed that the only way to stop him was to challenge him to a duel. And he accepted. I still remember how he gloated that he'd win. Let me guess, he cheated. But when the day came, he showed up with the Dust Watch and had my friends arrested on charges of robbery. As if that wasn't enough, he set their bail at a price no one could ever hope to pay. With them locked away, there was no one left to help me. None of my old friends from the Daybreakers, and certainly not the Dust Watch. And that's why you were ready to challenge him in the middle of town. I was, until that guy with the spear stopped me. Well, he's dumb, so you can't get too mad at him. Plus, he's hot, so we forgive him. No sooner had I stepped out of town than the Vulture's minions caught me by surprise. They took me prisoner, and you know the rest. You said the Dust Watch would be of no help? Are they all working for the Vulture, then? No, not all of them. The sheriff, Kamaka, he's as honest as they come, a staunch keeper of the peace. Problem is, he's a little too trusting and doesn't suspect a thing. If it were my word against the deputy chiefs, who do you think he'd believe? Well, if he knows where this Vulture keeps the spoils, perhaps he can help us recover Namika's bracelet. What do you think? Why is it so windy? For what it's worth, I have a plan, but I can't do it alone. Why can't it be our word against the deputy chief? We know the head of reason and resolve, right? I'm like in with the Dawn servants. Yeah, let us use our connections. Me personally, I'd be throwing my, I'd be name dropping everything. A plan? All I ask is that you hear me out, but not here. I'll be waiting for you at the Shishinwezi Springs. Me? Go gaga. I guess we can decide what to do after he gives us the pitch. Oh, I'm having a headache. Oh, my echo. It says you're a bitch. Lasagna? Mr. Moonpie's birthday is tomorrow. And lasagna is his favorite food, so I'm going to make him lasagna for dinner. And he gives me a lot of shit because, like, when we were very, very first dating, I didn't cook the noodles properly, and the recipe I was following, I think I was looking at 2 different recipes at once. So the noodles, like it said, put them uncooked in whatever it was, and that they would absorb, you know, liquid during cooking. They did not. So the lasagna was very crunchy. Good, you're here. So he still gives me shit about that. This is where he hides his loot. I expect he'll show up soon. Our hospital has a new chef. Ooh, a hospital that has good food. Cause like when you're in the hospital, it sucks, right? But like when the food is good and they're feeding you, you get to like rest and relax. Ah! Maybe that's just me, because I've had to, you know, like having babies, I've had to eat a lot of hospital food. Oh, you ate it and it was terrible before. I bit into a cornbread and felt like I was eating dust. Well, look who it is. Hospital food is either very, very delicious and amazing, or truly god-awful, and there is no in-between. Storing stolen goods here seems risky, but I suppose it's an option for someone with his authority. Right? The hospital food needs to be good as part of your healing journey. Because if it's bad and you don't want to eat, how are you supposed to get better? He moves the spoils in cerulean barrels where no one would think to look. They're mixed in with regular shipments of fuel to Tuliyola, where they're sold off. You said he stole a bracelet of yours, right? If he knows you're on his tail, chances are he'll be eager to get what he can for it. But I doubt he'd trust a lackey with that business, given the provenance of the piece. No, I'll wager he's not letting that bracelet out of his sight till he's got coin in hand. I know, right? I wish the CEO thought of that. Yeah, like, being in the hospital sucks ass as it is. It's miserable. People don't let you sleep. If you had surgery, they put those squishy things on your legs so you don't get blood clots. I could not sleep with those. I asked for drugs. After my C-section, like, I literally cannot sleep. You need to give me something if you expect me to sleep. Hospital food is horrible, or you haven't eaten in 12 hours. Maybe that's it. Because they don't let you eat when you're in labor. So by the time they let me have food, it was just like, ah! They gave me compression socks for the 4 days I had to spend there. Compression socks! I would take over the big squishy thing. I only had to do that when I had my C-section. And oh my God. Grippy socks. I've been on a grippy sock vacation. Anywho. That is also a thing where you need good food, because you're already struggling. I wasn't sure what to make of you after Howie, but I'm so glad to see you're more than an impulsive child. Well, not my finest hour, I'll admit. I have to laugh about it because, you know, like, I think people should normalize it. It's okay to, you know. There's a lesson in that. The vulture's a slippery bastard. If we're gonna catch him, we need to back him into a corner with hard evidence. That's my plan. This shit's gonna make me need a grippy sock vacation. First, we need to lure him away from here. Over to Husatawi, where that would be ideal. For that, I need one of you to help me. This will buy time for the other to search the barrels for any stolen goods, and using that will expose him as a criminal. There's no way to tell if Uhute is carrying the bracelet, but regardless, there'll be time to find it once he's behind bars. 2 in 10 minutes, this does not bode well. But he won't simply feign innocence? Oh, he'll try. And that's when I'll challenge him to a duel. And if my boyfriend shows up, I'll tell him to shut his mouth. A duel? That approach didn't work out so well for your friends, as I recall. True, but unlike before, I'll challenge him in front of the whole town. That way he won't be able to wriggle out like before. Every man, woman, and child of the wilds understands the importance of duels in the old laws. The deputy chief would never disgrace himself by refusing. Hi, Calvin! 20 streak! Woo! Streaking! How much machinations is too much? Standing inside Wolf's Den for 20 minutes. That's too much. Hospital socks are cozy. They are. Bosnia's dead during the day. It's kind of a ghost town sometimes. And, you know, it's a Wednesday morning. So NA is probably a ghost town in general. Wouldn't you be breaking the law by using a firearm in town? It's not as if we'd be using live rounds, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. What's important is that I get to duel with as many witnesses as possible, and when he loses, and he will lose, that'll be the end of the Vulture. The plan is not without flaws, but what do you think? Yeah, let's just let him. Let's see where this goes. I want to see how this plays out. Thanks. I sure was lucky running into the two of you. You won't regret this, I promise. I need a /J time. It's for another area? Oh no. If you're satisfied, then so am I. I knew I could count on you. What are you, Zell? I was seen in Totenyawi, so it's best I stay here and search the barrels. Then you're with me. Tell the vulture I tried to rob you, but you managed to overpower me. Even if he suspects a trap, he won't be able to resist taking the bait. You'll want to buy your friend as much time as possible, and make your way to Husatawi. Once you've got the vulture there, I'll take care of the rest. All right then, let's get to it. If it wasn't for the laws of these lands, you'd be dead. Yeah, dude, that dude didn't rob me. I could drop kick that guy. I'm tall as hell. Imagine being like a max height Rogan dude and trying to be like, this little dude tried to rob me. Little shit. The dragon thinks we're likely that Shatona's doing. What's his angle? Huh. And then there's the brat. Past time I dealt with him. Oh, I need to... Are you making me poke this dude? Oh, gosh. Hey! You used to be a max height row. A min height rock, brother. What's this? Oh, an unfamiliar face in these parts. Have you need of the dust watch, miss? I was a little blonde dude tried to rob me. What? Zakoa tried to rob you, but you apprehended him? I see. So desperate was he to see his friends free from prison, he turned to a life of crime. How awful. Didn't specify. Poke him with an axe. You have my sincerest thanks, miss. Might I trouble you to take me to him? Now I get to be followed by the enemy? What is this expansion? Not that this is an appropriate time for me to play tour guide, but if you insist, Shishino is always brings is home to a thriving cerulean mining industry. The prospect of easy coin has attracted some undesirables, though. He seems kind of racist. Or is it just me? Why did he say it like that? Undesirables. I know, right? Is this the place? I don't see him. Whoops, silly me. This isn't the right place. Very well, lead on. Yay, your inventory's clean. I need to clean mine out. Another talking thing? Talking circle? I want the optional dialogue. He crossed his arms? He's just gonna stand there while I fight? Oh, yeah. No. You stay in the AoE. You stay. What a jerk. I need to clean mine out too. There's gold in these fields. Blue gold. Best beware of the beasts in these parts. They may prefer to snack on cerulean, but for you, I reckon they'd make an exception. There's gold in these here hills. Blue gold. What a corny ass thing to say. I keep expecting to see like Joshua trees or something. No, leave me alone. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for popping in, Izzy. Is this the place then? I could have sworn I left him here. Is this some sort of joke? Of all the... Let's keep moving. What is happening? We're taking him real far away, huh? This better be the place. I left him tied up around a big rock. Must have been a different rock. My patience is wearing awfully thin, miss. If he isn't at the next place we stop, I may be forced to do something you and I would both dearly regret. What do you do? Shoot me? Huh? Yeah, we gotta take him somewhere where no one can find the body. He grew legs and moved. Yeah, self-defense. He tried to shoot me. He had dragged me out into the middle of the wilderness to do something indecent, like look at my ankles. So I had to kill him. You know how it is. Hi! Oh dear. Hang on, thank you for the raid. I just got a little... Ooh, I gotta fix something real quick. There. Hi, thank you. Where did it... random question. How was stream? Okay. Thank you, Val. I can't type. I'm having struggles. You were playing Final Fantasy XIV. How wonderful. What a coincidence. How was stream? Also, if you need to raid and run, totally fine. Make sure you self-care post-stream. All right, where is he? So I'm Pisces. I play Final Fantasy XIV. I am in my first playthrough. We're doing Dawntrail MSQ. I don't see him anywhere. Where's Akoa? What else about me? If you're new here, I am obsessed with Estinian. This is my Pookie. Tell me where he is or I'll bury you in the same grave. Are you threatening me, sir? Goodness me, where could he have gone? Ooh, Moogle tomes? Oh, okay. That's it. I've had it with these games and I've had it with you. Hey, Wahute! You looking for me? If you want to place me under arrest, you'll have to work a little harder. You'll be begging for a cell by the time I'm done with you. Not the intense music. I know, right, Luna? Oh my goodness.
Wahoote! Finally caught up to me, I see.
Well.
Oops. If it isn't a young outlaw.
Stealing, I'm told. Can't say I'm surprised about that, but I am surprised that you'd offer yourself up to be arrested.
Sorry to disappoint, but you're the one who's going to answer for their crimes today.
I'm sorry, it's hard to take them seriously.
Hey, that's my jewelry!
And my bag! So you found the stolen goods. That's fine work.
This barrel was at Shisenuetsi Springs, mixed in with others bound for Tuliyola. The Landsguard would have presumed it part of the regular ceruleum shipments and waved it through. And once it reached its destination, it would have been retrieved, and its contents sold for coin.
The audacity. Do we know who's behind this?
As fortune would have it, I spied the leader of this operation being handed one of the stolen items. A bracelet, which Vau Wuklamat had intended for her nursemaid, Namika.
It was from the Vow of Resolve?
Oh, you've seen it then?
No, never. And if I knew who had it, I would have arrested the scoundrel.
Sure. You would have had to arrest yourself. Busted.
What's the meaning of this, Wahoote?
It's a setup, sir. I have the bracelet, yes, but I only 'cause I found it. I swear. They're the real criminals. They concocted this scheme to frame me, so they could get me out of the picture.
If you feel your honor's at stake, there's always the old-fashioned way. The law which folks have used to settle their differences for generations.
You don't mean...
Duel! Duel! Duel!
Wahoote, I challenge you to a duel. The winner is right, the loser is wrong. Doesn't get simpler than that.
Yeah, have at it.
Let your pistols do the talking!
Please, do you honestly believe you can goad me into playing your game?
You refuse then? Huh. A baby alpaca's got more fight than you.
Yeah, get him in the pride.
All right, boy. But remember, you asked for this.
Come on, Zakawa! Give them what for!
Shouldn't we stop them, Chief? Even if it's just rubber bullets, we're in the middle of town.
Be quiet. Just watch.
What? Rubber bullets still hurt. One of the bystanders could lose an eye or something. A tumbleweed? Are we serious?
Oh, you little shit!
Looks like you've gotten slow in your old age, Vulture.
You and I are going to have a long talk.
I apologize for dueling in the middle of town. If you want to lock me up, then lock me up. But please, let my friends go. They've done nothing wrong.
You drew your gun within town limits. But Wihute drew first. Far as I'm concerned, you acted in self-defense. You're free to go. As are your friends.
Ha! You're not such a bad guy after all!
Just a man of the wilds, like you. But to think that Wihute had taken control of the Daybreakers, it pains me that it happened right under my nose.
What are you gonna do about his crew? Some of them are still in Tonatenui.
Wow, I've been
Those who have
saying all
broken
of
the
this
law will
so
be taken
wrong.
into custody. But those who haven't will be given the chance to resume walking the straight and narrow. What about you, Zekla? What do you intend to do now?
Anonymous? Holy cow, thank you! Thank you for the 22 gifted subs. Holy smokes. Hang on a second, hang on a second, hang on. Thank you! Hi, Anonymous. Welcome back. Well, I was gonna say we have like an ad break starting, but now that's kind of a moot point, isn't it? Okay, let's finish this cutscene and go from there. Thank you. Okay.
Why? What I've always done. Protect the weak and help the helpless. The old-fashioned way.
Here, this was Vawuklamat's gift for someone, wasn't it?
Yes, a person very dear to her.
I suppose this is where we go our separate ways. My thanks again for your help apprehending the Vulture.
Okay, you know that means we're gonna dance party around Aaronville. Thank you. Also, welcome new friends. Oh my goodness. Thank you. The gays were all over Kamaka. Ooh, really? Oh, well, let's dance break. Sure. Normally during ad breaks, we would, I'd go BRB and then we can take like a self-care break and all that. So that way nobody misses anything, but nobody's gonna miss anything anyway. What other characters Zekwa's voice actor voices in this expansion? I don't think I will guess. Is it somebody putting on a fake American accent? Zeralja. Taco Destroyer. My first guess was right. Our dear big brother. That was a wild guess. That wasn't even an educated guess. Yeah, he's got some range. Holy cow. At least he got to be a good guy too. I have some news about Monster Hunter Wilds, actually, now that you mention that. I got it the other day. So I started my character. And I did like the first little tutorial thing, and that's as far as I've gotten. I'm trying to pick out my weapon from what's her face so I can go save a kid. Let's hunt. I want to do the Omega fight. That counts as playing Final Fantasy, right? If I play Monster Hunter on stream. I think it does. I think it very much does. You haven't been able to beat Omega yet? I might need some help at some point. I think so. I know Luna and Val play, so I know I have help from them. It's hard in general. As soon as I realized I was gonna have to do combos to do attacks, I got very concerned. Might be a little too difficult for me, so I gotta find a weapon that's gonna be easy for my smooth tank main brain. I play warrior. I need easy. Shh, I didn't say that. Go Bard. Hunting horn. That's Bard. You use dual blades. It relies heavily on the body tells of the monster, not any bubbles on the ground. I know, that's too difficult for me. Light bow gun. Ooh. Unsheath greatsword strat is a simple build. It's boring, but it works. I like boring. I will, I'll see if how far I can get in it, and then we'll go from there. How's that? But I made my character look like my Femro, so we're just isekai'd all over the place. Welcome, friends! Charge blade. There was like a big lance that also has a shield, so I was kind of down with that. Cause you know, like I main tank, so like that's where my mind was at with that. Yeah, a dragoon-esque weapon. See? And then there was one that was like, it switches from an axe to a sword or something. Like, heck yes. Okay, have we Mandervilled enough around Aaronville? I think so. I think we have Mandervilled enough. Shall we get back into it? Mandervillian and Aaronvillian, yes! And also, we have permission to Manderville from Thancred himself, so. Charge Blade, but it's pretty difficult. Ooh. Insect Glaive is so Dragoon coded. Yes, switch axe. That's what I looked at. So I'm in the very, 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 very beginning. So it only gives me so many options. But I've been fighting a barrel. Character creator took so long. That's always the BBEG, right? That ended up being rather more complicated than expected, but all's well that ends well. Whew, finally it's over. I couldn't have brought him to justice without your help. I don't know how I'll ever repay you. The character creator was really good. I was surprised. That's a Final Fantasy. Woo, everyone get your coughs checked out. All weapons are unlocked at the start, so you get used to it right away. Oh, that's nice. Now that we have the bracelet, let us return to Sheshinawezi Springs. We be staying there long. I'd like to give you a proper thanks after I find my friends. We weren't planning on it, but there's no need to rush. We'll see you at the springs then. I'm in a rush. Don't speak for me. I'm literally in a rush. I know, I mean, my wall doesn't know, but I know that Zaraja went to the Golden City, and knowing that it's unlocked and I'm just sitting here gathering poop is pissing me off. Hey, the super cool place got unlocked. Now you have to go do chores. And I don't even have Uklamat to keep me company. Psh, bullshit. Welcome, new friends. You gotta be shitting me. We're gonna get a lot of mileage out of the poop jokes today. I can feel it. How dare they make me pick up poop? And playing Machination so much, can we not? This expansion feels like they were intentionally trolling people. Wait, I've been here, right? I got that one. Yeah. Okay. I could have just teleported back here, but I didn't. I wanted to complain about poop some more, so I was buying myself some time. Oh, what are we even doing? Hey, I got your bracelet. My bracelet! Thank you so much. This is more than just a gift. It's a part of me I could never hope to replace. Truly, Wuklamat is blessed to have such devoted friends. Well, I wouldn't put it quite that way. I prefer to think of us more as long-standing acquaintances. Regardless of how you choose to describe it, there's no denying the depth of your bond, though I'm sure you'll continue to do so. What's his deal? It's driving me nuts. Also, the fact that he does the voiceovers when we go to a new zone. Oh, there's something. Because it's always somebody who's like specifically important to that expansion. Can't say I'm surprised Deputy Chief turned out to be the bandits' leader. I always knew something wasn't right about him. Who doesn't love a grouchy boy? An easy claim to make with the gift of hindsight. There you are. The real Daybreakers have arrived. I'd like you to meet my two best friends, Fukana and Luine. If it wasn't for you believing in Zekua and doing what you did, we'd still be locked up. You have no idea how satisfying it was to see that bastard Wahute put behind bars. We never gave up that Zekua would find a way to get us out. He always was the best of the Daybreakers. Glad he was able to convince you to go along with his plan. Unfortunately, our group is smaller now and lacking in strength besides. Some outlaws might see us an easy target. Even so, if anyone should give the Dust Watch the slip, the Daybreakers will be there. We'll train night and day so no one will get the better of us ever again. Isn't that right? Right, and you'll teach us how to draw your pistols so fast, won't you? Well, we won't need to duel if all goes well. Yeah, what kind is Arendelle? He gives me the same kind of vibe as Zane from Love and Deep Space. Smart guy, acts emotionally detached. He's actually a big softie. But on the off chance it doesn't, we best make sure everyone can match and beat my speed. We owe you a great debt, and one of these days, I'll be sure to repay it. On that, you have my word. Until we meet again. Yeah, but how would you describe that, Val? If you'll excuse me, I shall find a quiet place to rest. As I'll be here a while yet, though, do let me know if there's any way I can be of assistance. You heard him. Sit down now, get ready for it. Man who is just not interested. Were you not planning to take the train home? There's gonna be trains. If you're new, my husband works for the railroad and hates trains so much because corporate bullshit has ruined the magic of trains for him. So anytime there's a train in these games, I am absolutely delighted and over the moon, and he is unbelievably grouchy. Oh, train service has been suspended? Didn't I tell you? He's ahead of me in Dawntraill. I think he's in the level 97 quest, he said. You mentioned no such thing. Something about the tracks being damaged in the last quake. The tunnel was closed as well. An earthquake? It must have happened when we were still down south. There have been quite a few tremors of late, and rather large ones struck not long before you two arrived. I can only hope no one was hurt. Sus. At any rate, if you want to know when service will resume, you can speak with the station master yourself. Let's do that. The station is just over there. Choo-choo. I get to ride a train. Railroad engineer. It seems people aren't too happy about the train delays. Oh no, the on-screen keyboard. Miserable.
I'm so sorry, but we're not sure when the train will be running again.
You've got to be joking. Of all the places to get stuck at on the way.
This just sounds like everybody who was talking in the last cutscene. Do we have to fix the railroad tracks? I'm gonna laugh so hard.
Please don't tell me you've come to complain too.
Always.
We heard that the earthquake had caused disruptions and wanted to ask when operations would resume. But I see that it will be a while yet.
I'm afraid so. Too few hands for too much work. It's time-consuming enough to inspect the tracks after every quake, but this last one we got after the succession ceremony was massive. Made a mess of a whole bunch of railroad ties.
I know what all of this means.
We would have been in Tuliolal at the time. If it was as violent as you say, we should have felt it as well.
I have to admit, it was a touch strange, having seen my fair share of tremors. If I had to describe it, it felt more like the rumbling from an explosion.
Excuse me.
Is there
Sus.
anything I can do to help?
Seriously? You're offering to help?
What about you, my friend? If you'd rather strike out on your own, I understand.
Though, if you were willing to lend us a hand too, we'd be truly tremendously grateful.
We're fixing the railroad tracks.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm Shenza, by the way. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. If you would please step inside, I can introduce you to everyone.
Sorry for dragging you into this.
There they are. That's them, the 2 volunteers.
The absolutely unqualified people coming to help with your railroad tracks.
Walika is our station master, and over there is our top driver, Nitoikwe. And this grizzled mug is Zapia, an engineer who joined around the same time as me.
Much obliged for the help. I'll make it worth your while, I promise.
I can't with their voices. Oh my god, no!
Something the matter?
Would you happen to be a fan of trolleys?
Trolleys? They're fine, I suppose, but they're no match for our cerulean-powered engine.
She's absolutely glorious, let me tell you. If you'd like to bask in her beauty, well, you should visit the depot behind the platform.
Right then. What I'd like you two to do is help us procure timber. We'll be using it to fashion new railroad ties, so it needs to be the strongest stuff we can get. In these parts, that means the trees in the Piata-Yonan Plain. It is Hetsaro territory, though, so we need to get their permission first. Come on, no time to waste.
Thank you for the raid! Welcome! Shiromu, how are you? How was stream? Can we get a shout out for Shiromu? Sam Elliott? You know what? Hello! Tactics? You were playing Tactics? Ooh, how are you loving it? I really want the new one. I played Tactics on the PS1 way back in the day, and I loved it so much. And it also frustrated the hell out of me. Tic Tacs! Final Fantasy Tic Tacs! So the Stormblood raids being like Tactics and 12 references made my heart so happy. So welcome, new friends. I'm Pisces. I play Final Fantasy XIV, if you could tell. I am in my first playthrough, so we're in Dawntrail MSQ. What else? Though no small number live in Shaloni, I must confess that I've never visited the home of the Hetsaro. As they largely live in accordance with older traditions, I suspect they may have a few dim view of the railroads. Uh-oh. I was stuck on this particular fight. When I looked at the guide, I was angry to figure out it's not as hard. I hate when you're the one making it harder than it needs to be. Ah, the worst. Hyrule Savior, I saw you pop up a while back and I forgot to say hello. Hello. Welcome. And Queenie, you cheered biddies a while ago. Thank you. There was a whole lot going on. Holy smokes. So, Sharoma, or is it Kara? Cowboy hat area is going great. And look I'm in the zone. Kara, if you need to raid and run or lurk so you can take care of yourself after stream or anything like that, that is totally fine. Thank you so much for being here and for the raid. AutoZone. The mainline Final Fantasy games are so good. I really want to continue playing all of them on off days, but there's already so much to do in 14 that I feel like it's consuming my my everything. Let's follow Malika. There's another station on the way, so be sure to drop in. The train will be in the depot, so you can still see it from the outside. I'm quite taken with the sleek design of the head end myself, though if you peek through the windows, you can probably catch a glimpse of. Enough jabbering, Shinza. Thanks to these two, we finally have some real work to do, so let's get to it. We'll see you later. I suppose there's no harm in stopping at the station. It's on the way after all. Mander villain for Anvil. What's this world coming to? Oh, they're so cute. So, am I to believe that Estidian ate one of those? Did he eat it raw? Didn't even cook it. He probably left the spikes in and everything. I must confess, the train is an impressive sight. How easy it must be to ship goods through the wilds now. Right. Moa Hetzone should be to the northeast of here. Let's continue on. I want to look at the train more. Choo-choo! Let me in. I can't go inside and climb on the train. Let me live. How rude. Okay, so remember, I got to ride on the boat and I've been complaining every single expansion about how I wanted them to let me walk around on the boat, because in other Final Fantasy games you get to walk around on the boat, and then I got to walk around on the boat at the beginning of Dawntrail and I was super happy. Okay, the next best thing, walking around on the train. Bonus points for if you get to walk around on top of the train. Dawntrail? No, Dawn Train. He's gonna love this story. He's past this part. So he kept this secret from me, probably because he wanted to not think about it. Which I'm imagining him going through this and just being pissed off while I yap about how my favorite is the trains. He didn't want you to tease him. I would. There you are. The village is just up ahead. Truth be told, I've never had any direct dealings with the people of Malhotzen, but I do know that the traditions mean a great deal to them, as does the land. Okay. He is trying so hard to stay ahead of me right now. He doesn't like it when I get ahead. I've only gotten ahead of him a couple times. Such lovely clean air. It feels like a treat after the overpowering ceruleum of the Sheshinezi Springs. The waters nearby are just as pristine as a paradise for people and animals both. I'm glad you appreciate the blessings of nature as we do. Greetings, travelers, and welcome. I am Wato, chief of the Mahat Zone, and this is my son, Shepetto. I'm going to do my best not to butcher everyone's names. Yeah, he's not able to unsync anymore. He's been cheesing his way through the game, and now he's like, I can't do that anymore. I think he does a lot with duty support, though. But he was telling me that, like, he's been trying to do the raids, like, you know, like normal. The feeling of clean air is so wild, and the sky looks different when you're not looking at it through a layer of pollution. What is this feeling? A pleasure to meet you. I thank you for the warm welcome and apologize for a sudden intrusion. I'm Malika, station master of the Jactral railing. The recent earthquake has damaged our tracks and we require timber to make repairs. You've not seen the stars in years? You should be able to get out, though. Like, there's... How far away would you have to get from this city to avoid light pollution? Probably not too far because Vegas isn't super surrounded. This is Pisces and Arenville, who have volunteered to assist us with the restoration effort. You have a most curious air about you, of oil and steel, tanned leather, and the faintest hint of salt and sands of lands unknown. I gather you're not from these lands. I don't want to drive into the Mojave at night. I don't blame you. I hail from Eorzea. Truly, I would love to know more of you and the lands you've seen. I'm told your people hold traditions in the highest, yet I gather you are curious about those of others as well. But of course, nature is boundless, as is our love for her lands and her children. The Hetzo in particular have done so much to guide our way of life. Where to hunt, to gather, to lay our heads, the Hetzo teach us all these things and more. It's for that reason I believe that we are attuned to the shifting winds around us. I see, that word Hetzo, it means leader of souls in the Hetzaro tongue, does it not? It does. There are many creatures revered as Hetzo among the Hetzaro. Here, we look to the Ronic for guidance. However, as you may have gleaned from our use of etherites, while we are committed to our traditions, this does not mean we reject all outside influences. Hi, Mike! How's it going? That said, there are certain things that give us pause, like railroads. We will furnish you with the timber you require, but first, as neighbors in this land, we ask that you indulge us in a discussion. We'd be glad to, of course. Wonderful. We do not often receive guests come such a long way, and my son is always so delighted to hear their tales. Now, if you'll follow me. Just waking up, good morning. Good time zone. Pretty much. He feels me laughing at his suffering. Wait, Tomodachi Life is tomorrow? Is that what it was? I'll speak frankly. We fear the winds of change will soon bring misfortune to the land. Tonight? Oh, that's what you... 9 p.m. Oh. I was like, 9. What does that mean? The 9th? Listen. I like when we get stuff early. 4 to 16, baby. The Ronic have made the potential for danger plain. As you may have heard, their temperament has become erratic of late. A stableman near Husatai mentioned that. Do you know what has caused this? We have our suspicions. Since others were drawn to this land by ceruleum, Shaluni has undergone a transformation. And the railroads are part of that. As strong and resilient as they may seem, the Runic are sensitive creatures. The roar of the train as it thunders through the plains may well cause them distress. Your demon trains have caused this suffering! Bart Hole. Understandably. Thank you for being forthright. This matter concerns not only the Hetzaro, but all of Shaloni. Perhaps we should bring it to the attention of Valcona. Valcona, you say? We know him only through rumors, but he is apparently, how shall I put this? Hard-headed and aloof. He values technological advancement and efficiency to the detriment of all else. Mind your tongue. While there is a grain of truth to the rumors, he's not nearly as bad as they make him out to be. We set him on a better path. His journeys have changed him for the better. So in the course of traveling with him, you witnessed him change with your own eyes. Pisces fought beside Valcona in the Rite of Succession. I take her word over rumors. You took part in the Rite of Succession? You're that close to the Dawn Servants? I was grateful for any help, but had no idea I'd recruited a bona fide hero. I get that a lot. The succession of Dawn Servants filled us with uncertainty for the future, but there's clearly much we do not know. On this particular occasion, the winds of change are not meant to be feared. No, we must open our hearts and minds that we might see Valcona for who he truly is. Do you think he might visit someday? Just as his father offered us guidance, I'm hopeful that he will do the same. Thank you for hearing and allaying our concerns. I'm glad we could speak. As for your timber, we have freshly cut logs near the lake. Please take all that you require. We're terribly grateful. I promise we'll keep the Ronic foremost in our minds as we continue working on the railroad. And if needs be, we'll seek Valcona's counsel. My thanks again for your time in the timber. We shall endeavor to return the favor. I hope to see you again soon. Oh, this is so pretty. I've been to so many parks that look like this. Kind of brown. Streaking! Thank you for this streak. I go underwater for 3 seconds and then the weather turns to this. Sounds about right for the desert. Hydrate. Thank you. Everybody else hydrate too, please. Thank you. You know what we're not going to do here? We're not going to be dehydrated. We're not going to have bad posture. We're not going to neglect our self-care. We have more than enough timber to fix the ties. Now we need to transport to the station, which will be a bit more involved than I thought. I didn't expect we'd be given so much. Mind waiting here a spell while I round up a few more hands and Ironic? Won't take long. I'm glad that all went well. And thankfully, it seems we won't need to make several trips for the timber. This is going too well. I'm suspicious. And the land would tremble. That's not ominous at all. While we wait, we could get started moving the timber somewhere more accessible. It shouldn't take long if we split the work. I hate these kind of quests too. You have 1 minute. Indeed. Something about there being a timer stresses me out. Your arms are growing wearier with each passing second. How awful. I should think this will be enough. How would you know? That was mighty kind of you to move all that lumber. Sorry we didn't make it back sooner. A super fate spawns in it? We'll see to the rest. Once we've repaired the tracks, we'll have you on the first train out of town. Ain't that right, Chief? As much as I'd love to make it, there aren't any spots available. The Warrior of Light is able to catch the blade of a god and hold it while getting attacked, but can't hold a box for more than 2 minutes. I love the super fates. Those are so fun. You'll have to wait for the one after, I'm afraid, but you'll be riding free of charge. It's the least we can do to repay your kindness. That's fine. Mika and no few others were here long before we arrived. It's only right they go before us. I hope you'll stop by and see the train off. It's a breathtaking sight, let me tell you. And new to a week where we'll be driving. No engineer compares to her, and it's always a treat to watch her work. Trains! He looks so happy to be with his wife. The only work we should be worried about is our own Shinza, and we've still more to do. I'll find somewhere quiet near the station to pass the time. If there's anything else in Shaloni you're keen to see, I'll leave you to it. He's like, go get your ether current quests. I'm like, nah, we'll do that later. I put on music and go ether current hunting. Which is fun. I enjoy it, but it probably doesn't make the most entertaining stream content. Same with crafting. Put on like a book or something. Pass the time. How'd your fill of the sites? Well, they appear to have been almost finished. Oh, okay. Are we waiting for the train to depart? Put on a podcast with Supermarket Simulator? I guess we're going. Have your drinks ready. Do potty break first. Does anybody need a potty? Do I have tissues on hand? I don't have my box of tissues. I probably need it. I don't trust this shit. These always hurt my feelings. Train!
A glorious grand machine indeed. I hope Namika was able to secure a seat.
Here she comes!
Is it gonna like get up and fly away like on Back to the Future Part 3? That's probably where my train obsession came from. That movie specifically.
Thanks to you, we managed to resume service much faster than anticipated. You have our gratitude.
There's nothing so enchanting as a cerulean-powered engine in motion.
Ain't that the truth? Don't think I'll ever tire of watching them chugging along. They make wagons look like toys.
And so long as we can lay the tracks, she can go on and on and on. Before you know it, she'll be crossing the entire continent.
Railroads are a somewhat recent addition to Taral. As it stands, we can only ferry folks as far as Yasolani. And from an operational standpoint, we still have much to learn. There's always some problem or another to deal with. But we'll keep working at it. We'll hone our craft and continue expanding till one day our trains are running coast to coast. That's the ultimate dream.
Oh, I love trains.
Goodness, I completely lost track of time. By now, I expect the train will be nearing Yasolani. When it returns, we'll see you on your way. So if you've got any preparations to make, you better make them quick.
Not another one! You can't be serious.
Ramu, is that you?
Gods have mercy.
What? Great! Giant death dome. Never seen one of those before.
What in the flying? What's happening?
Oh, the train! Nitobukwe and the others!
My home lies that way as well.
We're going to investigate. Right now!
Are you sure that's wise? That doesn't look like typical train engineering issue. Is that a Star Destroyer? Somebody play the Imperial March.
What in the world? Are they heading for Tuliyollal?
Looks like what's his butt got that power he was looking for. Follow that airship. I know you want to go see if your family are okay, but it seems like that's the answer, my guy.
Heavens forfend.
You're here. Good, good. They came from the sky and attacked without any warning.
Aliens?
The people need our help.
Can you stand?
Try to remain calm, everyone.
Are you for real?
What the?
I don't know what they are, but they're not men.
Machina warriors have come from the sky!
Someone help me, please! Oh!
Bastard!
What the fuck?
What did it just do?
Thank you.
Save the things. Just get to safety.
Was it just me or did he get like 100 times hotter?
I'll hold the line here. Fall back to the palace. Quickly, before it's overrun.
Thank you, Bakul Jaja.
Don't hurt him. You can take him, right? He'll be fine.
This is simply how I do things now. So, who wants to taste my blade next?
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
That you should still live.
Sriracha?
By the gods. What has happened to you?
He became Borg.
This is your butchery, isn't it? After everything you've done in service to the throne, how could you betray us?
I thought that dude was dead.
My demand is simple. The dissolution of Tuli Yolal and surrender of all its territories. Refuse, and I will kill every last one of you.
You can certainly try.
Have you gone mad?
No, my ambition remains unchanged. To teach the masses the folly of war, that they cry out for peace, and thus unite the world.
What has changed you so much?
and in so short a time, to harm the very people you swore to serve.
Pain in his voice.
This is an unforgivable deed committed by my son. My son!
You have heard my ultimatum.
And you will have my answer. By my hands, I will end your madness.
Papa, wait! I should be the one to do this.
No. His sins are mine to bear.
Fear not. Ozoralja is strong. He has never been Father's equal in combat.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
Farewell, Zoralja, my son. And forgive me.
What?
How?
Despite his old age, the mighty Gulul Jaja remains a fearsome foe indeed. You retain the vitality of two souls, despite the passing of one. I shall even the odds.
Papa?
Even the blessed are mortal. are no match for me.
Murderer. On my honor, as vow of resolve, I'll make you pay!
So the once faint-hearted girl would live up to her title. Very well. If only to demonstrate the disparity between us, I give you a chance to prove yourself. Rally the entirety of your strength. Lay siege to my kingdom. Strike me down, like I did father. Then, will you be his worthy successor?
Thralcha, wait!
My warships will remain in your skies. When you fail to prove your worth, I shall order them to lay waste to Tuli Yolal. Choose your next steps wisely.
Not having tissues was a mistake. Oh my god! Okay, so we have an ad break coming up. You thought we'd forgotten about our once per expansion mandated culling? Yeah, he did get 100 times hotter. I do understand. Oh my god. Oh my god. The big tonal shift. Yo, like, I already was crying because, like, you could hear just the heartache of him mourning his son and what he'd done and who he'd become, and knowing that he'd have to kill him. This was supposed to be a vacation! What happened to my paradise? Anyway, all right, everybody. 12, have mercy. 12 can't hear us here. We did everything we could. Everything, but it simply wasn't enough. No. 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 I can scarcely believe my eyes. Can I target people? How could this happen? Father, no, this cannot be. When she said, Papa, like, oh my god. No, Papa can't die. He can't. What the fuck was that? Can we not with the cheerful mute? That was... I'm so sorry, Florine. The quest music every damn time. Also, if you're watching on TikTok, I'm not looking at chat because y'all are spoiler happy. How could this happen? Why? Papa can't die gives you a treasure chest with a chess piece. You're right, though. What the hell was that? Voiced?
Enough. I am beyond saving.
Father, please. You can't give up.
Are you there, oh friend?
Okay, well, at least Alphino tried. It's not for
I'm
lack
right
of
here.
healing.
I'm right here. Look after my children.
What? I'm an old fossil like you. I've only got so many years left. But if that's what you want, it would be an honor.
You and I must go on another journey together someday.
Aye, you can count on it.
Oglamat. Kona.
Yes, Papa.
The graves of the Yokwi. You saw them, yes? I always found their teachings comforting.
Please, Father, you must save your strength.
Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we are never truly gone. Through you, my hopes survive. Through you, I live on. So do not mourn me. Walk tall and see our nation to a brighter future.
Welcome. We're in the emotional damage portion of the MSQ. Welcome, hello. Okay. I did get my tissues. Welcome. You picked a great time. Time for trauma. Our favorite, right? We play Final Fantasy because we love the emotional damage. Okay, right. So it's your favorite expansion. I am enjoying it. But this sucks. I should have been able to shield him with my level 60 scholar. Thou Wuklamat, thou Kona, I bring word from the city. The enemy has withdrawn and the Landsguard have begun rendering aid to the people. Casualties within our ranks have hindered progress, but we continue to do all that we can. Thank you for the report. Please inform the guard that they are to prioritize such efforts until further notice. The people, I need to help them. We will assist you in whatever way we can, of course. Thank you. Thank you. There's sure to be wounded everywhere, more than I could count. Feels trail! We'll split up and help all of them. You can count on us. Alphino and Alisate, could you take Bayside Bevy, Kryl, and Aaronville? The palace perimeter. As for Pisces, please come to the Resplendent Quarter with me. We'll all meet back here afterwards. What's coming? More pain? You get to find out who else died. Oh, joy. Feelings train. The quest accepted sound. That was egregious. That was the worst incident of that happening ever. Like, I've been complaining about that since the beginning. You know what? We're jumping. Whee! Oh, I was supposed to be up there, right? Oops. Fall damage so I can feel something. Yeah, a minor key version of it. Something sad. Or just mute it. Because that's like... That's terrible. Health bar, who needs one? Thank you, I thought I was done for. I heard something disturbing. The enemy leader, they say he looked like Zaralja. That can't be true, can it? Why would the first promise attack his own people? If it was him, what happens now? Is he going to come back? What do we do if he does? Okay, let's see on the map. We're gonna look around the whole area, I guess. Make sure we're not missing anything, because the orange is still there, so there's got to be something. Oh. Thank you. The pain is better now, but I can't stop shaking. Where did they come from? Why did they attack us? Why are those things still in the sky? We had peace under Galul Jaja. We were safe, but now... Well, it's not Wuklamat and Kona's fault. Their brother's a dickhead. That's the guy you peeps tried to vote for. Y'all wanted him. This version of Tulial, only I can see. During the launch, you see crafters chilling on top of NPC bodies. Thanks, I think I'm all right. Did you see them? Those soldiers. They look like people, but they killed and killed with no hesitation. If they attacked us again, how could we hope to defend ourselves? It immediately made it a clown show. Kind of like you can go sit in Orshavan's chair, and if a sprout walks in, you're just like sitting on him. My thanks, I'll be fine now, but we failed to protect the people. Why did so many have to die? Where were Val Wuklamot and Valkona? They're not to blame, I understand, but I need to clear my head. I think, blame is kind of like, you want to look for someone to blame. Our brains are like that. We want to understand the why. Thank you, miss. But my husband and son, they were... The Watcher. He was gone in my version, so I sat in his big chair. You finished aiding the people here? Thank you. There were children among the wounded. Children! No, now isn't the time. There are still others who need help. Could you go and see how things are at Talonmarch, and afterward go and find Alice at Bayside Bevy? Did she run away to cry? Because, I get that. This is a lot. There's no evidence of significant damage from the battle. The fighting did not spread this far, it seems. There's scorch marks and blood all over. Oh my gosh. The fresh scorch marks on the ground are doubtless from the enemy assault. The shop appears to have weathered the chaos, though its wares have been strewn across the floor. I must protect the people. The port remains unscathed, but the enemy ships continue to loom overhead. Are they? Oh. They're just kind of obscured by the clouds. Awful. The people are shaken. We must do what we can to help them, and quickly. I've helped all those I could find and seen them delivered into the Landsguard's care. As many casualties as there are, it would have been worse if the Landsguard hadn't fought as bravely as they did, and if Zaraja actually meant to harm the people. I mean, look around. The buildings are hardly damaged. I suspect his aim was more to incite fear, to show that he could strike whenever he pleases. We can discuss that later. How is Lamati? None of this would have happened in Tomodachi Life. Even after what happened to her father, she's still trying so hard to fulfill her duty to the people. Still, everyone has their limits. She needs rest, and soon. Someone mentioned seeing her head towards the shore. Perhaps she's gone to the Gornatruk Gleam Sands. Dawntrail shot too much she life, Jesus. Oh dear. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Steady now. I've brought you medicine. Drink.
There you are, Lamachi. I was beginning to...
Come on. Come on. Take it. Please.
Lamachi. Lamachi!
How could I?
Look at me, Lamachi. You need rest. You and her both. I will tend to this soul.
But my people... I have to help them.
The Landsguard have matters well in hand. Trust in them. If there's another attack, your people will need you to protect them. They'll need you to be sharp. So please rest. Consider it your duty.
I stood before them all. Said that we'd build a nation where everyone knows happiness. So much for that promise. What good is a vow of resolve who cannot save her people?
You won't save your people by brooding. Okay. We'll handle this together.
You'll stick with me.
Of course. There's like
Thank you. My
a
head's
big
little
threat and
clearer
a
now.
mystery.
I need to concentrate on what I can do, rather than what I can't. We've dealt with unfriendly factions before. From Yokhui still longing for conquest, to adherents of blessed siblings, people who are unwilling to listen. Even so, I believed that by learning about one another and engaging in good faith, we could peacefully settle our differences. And we did. But my brother is different. There will be no reasoning with him. He killed our people, our father. He'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal. What's more, he has power. The power to destroy the peace we've worked so hard to preserve. If I'm to protect that peace, then I must fight. I must confront Zorolja and kill him.
As long as you save a piece for me, because I would also like to kill him. Thank you. I'm fine. I just needed a moment to settle my nerves. Thank you for being there for me and for urging me on despite all my sulking. Sitting around complaining isn't very leader-like, is it? I struggle to make sense of it all. The strange soldiers, those floating ships, the new powers Zorolja commands. Given everything he's done and still intends to do, I know I can't afford to run headlong into battle. Not this time. I cannot let this terrible pain in my heart lead me astray, but I will make it my strength. The strength to do what I must. Right, I'm heading back to the palace. I need to talk strategy with Kona. Could you and the others join us in a while? However we decide to proceed, I want you all to be aware of it. Oh, and could you tell Alice I'll be all right? She's probably at Bayside Bevy. Okay. Chaos daughter would like a piece too. We're all just gonna beat him to death. And then Manderville dance on his corpse. It's what Heidelin would want. It's nice to see a different perspective in the cutscenes. I know, right? I'm a huge tall, so they're all like looking up and the perspective is completely different. Oh. Wee. Oh, you're back. By that, I take it to mean Lamati is feeling better. She needs to be strong for the people of Tyrol, I understand that, but she doesn't have to do it alone. So if she intends to fight, then we fight together. That said, I wish I knew exactly what we were up against. Looks like a Halo gun. We'll all take turns holding him and beating him. It's clearly not a person, but it doesn't look like any automaton or magitech weapon I've ever seen. As far and as wide as you've traveled, though, perhaps you've encountered something similar before. Would you mind taking a closer look? It may yield some clues as to Zorolja's new powers. You have that gun. Okay, we're examining the fallen soldier. From a distance, it appeared to be simple armor, but upon closer inspection, its construction is quite intricate. The material from which it is made is unclear, and you see no signs of a power source. In place of where eyes or a mouth should be, you see a strange sigil on front of this helm. Are they drones? Is someone controlling them from far away? The general shape of this weapon resembles a gun, but its construction suggests it's far more advanced than anything you've seen before. So what do you think? It looks like a person, but it's clearly mechanical. No shit. While it resembles a person, it has features that make it uncanny. The lack of a face, not least of all. Did you see any signs of a power source? Squid Game helmets. So it probably doesn't run on ceruleum or any other conventional fuels. I tried channeling ether into it earlier, but there was no response. That would seem to rule it out as an arcane entity. It's completely lifeless now, a far cry from the unstoppable enemy it was in battle. Even the material it's made of is a mystery. Rather than a metal, it's more akin to stone. Wait, haven't we seen this somewhere recently? The palace is made of stone too! Yes, it certainly is. But it's nothing like what was used to craft this machine. I like it when they look at me like I'm stupid. Its stone is smooth and has a glow, like that which we saw in the chamber with the gate to the Golden City. And while the soldiers are a different color, the warships are the same black as the stone of the gate itself. You're the one who beat the Endsinger? Yeah, that's me. There has to be a connection. Let's share our observations with the others when we gather back at some perch. The sooner we get to the bottom of this mystery, the better. Squeaky toy noise. See, you get it. I need to share some my wall lore at some point. Oh, speaking of that, so Luna had a fantastic idea, and we're going to do some in the Discord, some Warrior of Light questions and lore stuff. And are we going up there? Yeah. So if you're not in the Discord, you should definitely come hang out. Saturday is going to be the first question, just to, you know, so everyone can talk about their Warrior of Light. And we're very cool in there and very fun. And I also wanted to set up some stuff so we could start studying for Shinryu Unreal. What else? What else? And movie night? We have movie night? Looks like everyone is here already. I think the vibes are very good in there. Okay. We're not gonna cry anymore this stream.
Thank you for coming, everyone. And thank you for taking charge in the relief effort. We would have fared far worse without you.
Someone had to do it, that's all. Come, let's take stock.
In terms of casualties, at least 50 died in the attack. And many times that number are wounded. All available healers are seen to their care. Structural damage at least is limited, so essential business can be conducted without issue. That said, the people are understandably shaken. We must assuage their fears and begin working to restore things to normal as quickly as possible.
Now, the most confounding mystery remains our enemy. And their mechanical soldiers created with technology that surpasses anything I've ever seen. What is their nature? And how did Zoralja manage to bring them under his command? Such things remain unknown.
Good thing we have King of the Nerds on the case.
They emerged from the dome encasing Yasolani. We're quite certain of that much.
Speaking of the dome, we have some theories, I'm told.
Indeed. I would like to call upon some helpers to join the discussion. May I invite them here?
By all means.
It's me. Permission has been granted. You can come in.
Helpers?
Greetings, everyone.
Yay! We have a full nerd squad. Hell yeah.
Raha! Y'shtola! After that long voyage, I had hoped that we might be afforded a moment's rest. But I gather circumstances are quite dire.
No rest for the wicked.
All is well in the Annex, never fear. I've already dealt with the most pressing matters, and others hold the fort in my absence.
Following the changing of Dawn servants, Galul Jar Jar spoke about the Golden City to his 2 successors. Thanks to Wuglamat, I was allowed to attend that meeting. What I heard led me to conclude that this was a matter for the students. Thus did I call upon our comrades who possess the requisite expertise. It was actually after that the dome manifested. But, based on what we know, I have reason to believe that it is connected to the Golden City.
Do I need my pointer?
While we're eager to help, we have limited familiarity with the situation. Might we trouble you to explain from the beginning?
As you know, it was a letter I found tucked away in the Baldessian Annex that brought me to Tural. A letter from the Dawn servant, addressed to my grandfather, sent some 20 years ago.
The request to investigate the City of Gold?
Indeed. The strange thing is, there was mention of neither Tural nor the city in our records. Hoping to learn the truth of my grandfather's mission, what he did and saw, I volunteered to help in the rite of succession. At the end of which, I was able to hear the tale from Galul Jar Jar. Like us, my grandfather went to the deepest chamber of the Sky Deep Cenote. And, like us, he saw the gate to the Golden City.
Is that what you required our help with? This gate?
It was. You see, the gate was opened once in the past.
It led to another reflection.
Hey!
I can take the story from here. Considering my part in these affairs, I reckon maybe I'm best equipped to speak on the matter. I was there too, you see. In those ruins, together with Galuf and Galul Jar Jar. And what I saw that day, I'll never forget.
This black stone is remarkable. I cannot help but wonder if the structures in this part of the ruins were built by a completely different civilization.
It was over 1,000 years ago that the giants mined here. Their records make no mention of glowing stones.
It harbors high concentrations of ether, and on the the surface are what appear to be arcane patterns. They aren't Allagan, or Mahi, or Nemean. If anything, they put me in mind of the calculations of the South Sea Islanders, but even then...
Seven hells!
He looks so different.
What did you do?
Nothing.
An earthquake? None of this has ever happened before.
A void gate? Nay, this is different.
No. Didn't someone say that Galuf had been traveling around with a baby? And they assumed it was Kryl?
Baby? Now, hold on. Why would you...
Now, what's this?
What is this? Who are you?
There is only one reason that someone would take their baby and pass them off to a bunch of strangers they've never met and then leave forever. Because whatever's on the other side of the gate is not safe.
Galuf continued to study the gate for years after that, hoping to learn something of value. All he could conclude was that it was built with unknown technology, and that it led to another world, one apart from the Void. We'd assumed the ruins themselves were the Golden City, only to discover that the real prize actually lay beyond the gate, and beyond our reach. Couldn't make head nor tail of the artifact either. As it had similar properties to the black stone in the ruins, we were convinced it was important, so Galul Jaja took it to the palace for safekeeping. Galuf, meanwhile, took the baby with him back to Charlian and raised her as his own.
Then the child was...
The earring inside the letter to my grandfather. It was apparently found amongst my swaddling clothes.
If this is true, then it means that you hail from another reflection.
So it would seem. I still struggle to take it all in myself. Looking back, Grandfather was always quick to seek distractions whenever I broached the subject. But never would I have guessed anything like this. But enough about me. We have more pressing matters.
Enough!
The forces that assailed Tuliolo. You suspect they are somehow connected to the Golden City?
Thinking back on it, the soldiers looked like they could have been made from the same black stone.
And leading them was Zeralja. His involvement also lends weight to the theory. On the day of the succession ceremony, a bandit took me unawares and knocked me out. When I came to, I found my home turned upside down, with a few particular items missing. Namely the keystones I was entrusted with, for my role as Watcher of the Gate.
The bandit? You believe that it was...
I only got a glimpse of him, but I was a blue-scaled Hubigo. I know of no other.
The artifact stored at the palace was also stolen. The thief struck during the ceremony, and the guard was spread thin.
So our assumption is Zeralja somehow opened that gate to another reflection, where he acquired advanced technology and his mechanical army.
It fits. And if he did, then it's also likely that the dome is a product of this unknown reflection.
Hold on. We've been going on and on about the reflections, but what of my home? What's become of it?
This looks like a job for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Indeed. Where it concerns other realities, I dare say the Scions are best suited to tackle the task.
You can say that again. We've been to the literal edge of existence. Some mysterious giant dome shouldn't scare us.
What?
As you know, our order has ostensibly disbanded. We'd thank you to be discreet about our unofficial reunion.
Oh, hush.
Huh. Worry not. We'll spare no effort to get to the bottom of this. And with our hero eager to help, you can be confident of the results.
I'm coming with you. If that's where my brother is, then that's where I must go. I can't say I understand everything you're discussing, but I know what I have to do. I have to put a stop to Zeralja and restore the people's happiness.
Suffice it to say, I share Lamachi's desire to join you. However, under these circumstances, it would be unwise for both vows to be absent from the city.
I kind of feel like the smart guy should come with us, though. I mean, we have our own smart guys,
As such, I shall remain in Tuliolol. Come what may, I will protect our nation. So go forth, sister, and do what you must.
Oh.
Thank you.
It may be prudent for us to likewise divide our forces. While one group ventures into the dome, the other keeps guard without.
Agreed. There's something I wish to investigate out here, so I will remain.
I as well. The enemy's warships still loom overhead, and I would see that we are prepared for the worst.
I wish to go to the dome. As a student, I have an obligation to investigate this potential threat to the world. But I'd be lying if I said I'm not deathly curious about my origins. If there's aught to be learned, then I want to learn it.
In that case, please let me come too. I have to see what's become of my home. I may not be a fighter, but I know those lands like the back of my hand. I can guide you.
If you hadn't offered, I would have asked.
Oh,
we're counting on you.
I'm not one for waiting around, so if it's all the same to you, I'll join the Dome crew.
Is that what we're calling it, the Dome crew?
I expect your knowledge and experience will be useful.
Yeah, we need at least one nerd.
In the meantime, I intend to learn what I can about the gate, and will keep you apprised of my findings. Pray do the same.
Assuming communication is possible from inside the dome, we'll maintain contact and share any developments.
It seems our teams are assembled. A fine roster, I think.
Looks good to me. We'll find a way to deal with the threat. For the sake of Tural.
It's truly heartening to have you at our side for this. Thank you, everyone. Now, before we set off, there's one thing I need to do. The people are still shaken by the attack, and I'd like to reassure them as best I can.
I think that might be a good place to wait. We'll leave it off there, and then we shall come back tomorrow and continue. I am... May Raha something for the wall never ends. The opposite of machinations. Pretty much, right? Bye! Bahati and Grahati in the same room! And they're right across from each other! Look! Welcome to Dawntrail. Ooh, a nap sounds good. This has been heavy. Like the parenting relationships, like the whole thing about Kryl has me messed up. Like I was saying, the only reason that I could think of where someone would just go through this mysterious gate, hand their baby off to a complete stranger, and leave never to see them again was that they knew that baby was going to be in severe danger. Something terrible was going to happen to them on the other side, and they would rather take their chances handing their baby to a stranger. I am like, oh my gosh. I'm glad you were able to make it. Yeah, they were clearly pained having to leave her. Like, I cannot. Like, I'm scared. Remember, I was just saying while I was picking up poop for Nerd Boy over here that I wanted to go through the golden hole and see what was on the other side. Now I'm like, oh, doom and destruction awaits. I'm rethinking that thought. So, tomorrow we will continue MSQ. Airville, I still love you, even though you made me pick up Dookie. Tomorrow's MSQ. Friday, we are doing the Ultimog all day. So bring your maps. If you wanted to get your Ultimog and you don't have people to run maps with, come hang out. So join the Discord if you're not in there. If you want to watch past VODs, they're all on YouTube. Thank you, Belle. Best vibes in Discord. I like to think so. Plus, we have all sorts of fun activities going on in there. The wall lore questions are gonna pop up this week. We also have a Estinian hide and seek. Where's Waldo of sorts in the FC house. Luna's been re-hiding Estinian every week, and that cracks me up so much. That's my favorite activity. I have not found Estinian yet, but I haven't been in the house yet. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you, mods, for everything that you do. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Stay hydrated, stay cool, take care of yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna just digest what all so much happened in that past 3 hours. I am like, oh my gosh. Thank you. And thank you, Anonymous, for all those gifted souls. Thank you. Good plan. Yeah, I need to sit with this. This was a lot. A long, jam-packed 3 hours. I thought it was going to be boring. I seriously was like, I'm going to be sitting here doing fetch quests for 3 hours. How wrong I was. I thought this was gonna be like Amarang type shit. No. Woo. Anyway, I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.